Welcome to my tech channel, and today we are going to discuss on an age-old topic that has come about in this last decade, which happens to be DSLR versus cell phones in terms of photography. Now, well, I'm not an expert here to say anything, but I'm going to rate DSLR versus cell phones in terms of photography on 3 to 4 main criteria, and those being size, both their pluses and minuses, then weight, battery life, ability to attach lenses, and size wise a DSLR is hefty. Well, I would like to bring to you this. Look at a DSLR. It has a more sculpted grip, something that you can easily hold, naturally fits the palm and goes into a nice shooting posture. Well, besides that, it has a natural heft which you can feel is a carryable weight, but long term I think it will take a lot of toll on your back. Well, cell phones are the easiest. Cell phones being the easiest as you can carry it anywhere. It is there in your pocket and it is the camera that is always with you. Now, if you take the look at battery life, cameras have battery life that just keeps going on and on. This camera, the Canon, has a battery, the LP E6, which keeps going for close to 1500 shots, and this is the most common used battery in the Canon range. Well, similarly, when we look at cell phones, a battery depletes almost every 1 minute because of the camera being the most visually intensive part of the phone. Now, let's look into another thing, the ability to attach lenses. Now, the ability to attach lenses, fine line, as nowadays both DSLRs as well as cell phones can have attached lenses, but DSLRs have been having the ability to attach lenses for all types of purposes, maybe from macros to telephoto to zoom, and spanning across a wide genres including landscape, then portraiture, wildlife, sports, and so many more purposes. Each lens have a purpose and each bring out the best in that genre of photography. Well, cell phones also tend to have lens attachments, but those are having less optical quality and will tend to degrade over time. Now, it may help add some multi-purpose to the cell phone, but at times I would say it's only just a gimmick. Now, the ability to post-process. Now, the ability to post-process is something that comes a little better with DSLRs than cell phones. Now, one reason why is the size of the sensor. Now, if you have a look, a DSLR sensor is varies between full frame, APS-C, and micro four thirds. These are the three known sensor sizes according to me, and there are many sizes in between APS-C, H, and much more. Now, one thing that you would notice is cell phones having even smaller sensors, so the amount of detail or light capture, because photography is essentially the art of capturing light. So the sensor being small, having little surface area, is able to capture only a certain amount of details. As we go up from into an APS-C and then a full frame sensor, the amount of light collected can be more. Now, this also helps in the longer term. After you shoot the image, if you want to post-process it, if you want to bring up highlights, shadows, and more, we would get to see more detailed recovery in a DSLR image as compared to a cell phone. Here are some test images. First, from a DSLR. And then from a cell phone. On one hand, DSLRs are bulky and heavy, so you won't be able to carry it everywhere. A DSLR might be there for trips, but one that you always have at hand is your cell phone. So this age-old debate has found new relevance in this digital age where you have your cell phone always with you. The cell phone is almost like your second companion or your best friend. So let's put this debate open to all and do comment on my channel. Click like and subscribe. Thank you.